Alright guys, welcome back to Video Every Day in October number 7. This is part number 4 of me and my buddy Jerome giving you our top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time, with starting out with my number 3. Whew! That was a... Alright, here we go.
Take a drink, man.
Yeah. My number 3 is a guy that Jerome mentioned earlier. Simply put, best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. He is the Bret the Hitman Hart. Oh, yeah. This guy... Excellence of execution. This guy could have a match with anybody, and it'll be a 5-star classic. I mean...
Yeah.
He had a match with, I forget what his name was. It was like some, like, pirate gimmick back in the day. It was that one of the In Your House pay-per-views. I forget who it was. Like Jean-Pierre something. I forget.
Duke the Dumpster?
No, it wasn't Duke the Dumpster. It was like Jean-Pierre something. I don't know. But yeah, he could have a match with anybody. Him.
Oh,
yeah. Some. Let me rephrase that. Back when he was a tag team with the Hart Foundation, him and Jim the Anvil Neidhart put on some of the best tag matches. Them and the British Bulldogs. Oh man.
It's so funny that when you think of Bret Hart, like his first WrestleMania was at WrestleMania 2.
Yeah.
You know,
Number
it's
2.
like, man, he's been in the business for a long time.
Number 2.
You know? I mean, it's just like, yeah, he was in that Battle Royale.
Yeah, well, yeah, with the fridge.
The refrigerator pairing, you know, Big John Studd and all those other freaking behemoths.
NFL guys. But yeah, Bret the Hitman Hart, you can have a match with anybody. My favorite match with him personally is my favorite match of all time. Him and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 12, the Iron Man match. It was nonstop, 60 plus minutes of no pun intended, total nonstop action.
Yeah, that was the first. Wasn't that the first Iron Man match?
It was.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he is the best there is. He is the best there was. He is the best there ever will be. Bret the Hitman Hart is my number 3.
My number 3, you mentioned him earlier. He is the king of hardcore.
Oh, yeah.
Mick Foley. This guy, okay, if you want to know why he's the king of hardcore, I mean, look at his death matches when he had, he's in Japan and Africa, ECW, when he was Mankind and he was taking those bumps, but the one that put him on the stage was King of the Ring at Hell in a Cell. I mean, this match, I saw it live when he got thrown off that fucking cell. Okay, the cell is about 20 to 25 feet high. And that was planned. He falls off and I was like, Jesus Christ.
That was planned?
The first one was planned. You know, he had dislocated shoulder and he just turns around and he's climbing back up the cage. I'm like, alright. And then the fucker gets choke slammed. The second fall wasn't planned.
No.
And he falls about 15 feet, hits the ring and the fucking chair ricochets off his face, and 2 of his teeth gets knocked out. When I saw that, I thought he was dead.
Yeah?
It's like, oh my god. And you knew there's something wrong when the doctor hauls ass in the ring.
Yeah.
And then you got the thumbtacks, and I'm just like, oh, man. You can tell he was hurt when he tried to pick up the stairs because of his shoulder, and he couldn't even hang on to it. He had to drop it, you know?
Right.
Look at that. Actually, look at Mick Foley and Edge at WrestleMania. Mick Foley and
Randy Orton
at Backlash. Ric Flair, that's another one. Mick Foley and Triple H at Royal Rumble.
2000.
That is the best. That's probably the best bump, like wrestling bump, is when Triple H does a pedigree on thumbtacks. And you know how when Triple H, when he goes down, he usually lets go. No, he hang on the time, and he just goes right into the tacks. I was like, shit.
Damn!
And when he took that freaking chair shot, and there's like a piece that was flying into the crowd almost, I was like, oh, man. But there is one thing that he did, the reason why he said it is because, he's a company guy, he's truthful to the business, is where he literally said on the commentator, like, John Cena is the king of extreme.
Okay.
You never heard of Mick Foley, Terry Funk, RVD, Sabu, Taz?
Raven.
Oh, yeah. Foley, man, that guy's a legit badass. I mean, if you ever like wrestling, go and read his biography or any of his books that he's did, because he's an awesome author. I love the guy to death. And, oh, how cannot forget probably the other memorable moment. Probably the best I Quit match of all time.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man.
Oh, yes.
15 shots to the head. 15, you know. Yeah, Mick Foley is a badass. Love the guy. And I'm so glad he's still alive after all that, man.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, so God bless him, Mick Foley. Foley's baby boy.
This is Foley's baby boy. It's Jerome's number 3. Number 2 for me is a guy that I, like Owen Hart, I miss terribly. I really wish he was with us. Jerome mentioned him in his honorable mentions, and I, of course, talking about Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero.
We lie, we cheat, we steal.
We lie, we cheat, we steal. That's right. Oh, man, that Los Guerreros. Those vignettes were great.
Oh, my God. What's cool about him is his entries. He comes out in those awesome...
Lowriders.
Yeah.
Oh, the lowriders. Can't beat that.
Hell no. He's a badass, dude. Like
Yeah.
he's technical and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, like you said, he's the best technical, best high flyer I've personally ever seen. You too?
Yeah, he's one of the very best.
I
mean, some people say, oh, Rey Mysterio. No. I'm sorry. No. Eddie Guerrero...
It's Latino
you know,
Heat.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio might do some things, but Eddie Guerrero is so more talented and way more crisp in the ring. And he... You know,
Yeah.
Another thing is like I notice a lot of guys do the 3 amigos suplexes. You know, I've seen no one does it better than him.
Nobody.
Nope.
Nobody did it better. His best match is him and Brock at No Way Out when he finally won the title.
That one, his feud with Chavo in WCW. His feud with Ray in WWE, that was cool.
That was pretty good, except for the stupid ladder match.
Oh God, that was bad.
Custody of a son. Give me a break.
Yeah, but the Kurt Angle and Eddie Guerrero probably be my favorite of his.
Yeah, but yeah, he is the best technical wrestler I've ever seen. He is sorely missed. I really wish he was with us to this day. That's why he is my numero dos.
Oh, not to forget, he took one of the most brutal, sickest chair shots.
Oh, speaking of chair shots.
Oh my God. My number 2, you mentioned him earlier. He is the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, The Rock. Let's face it, in the awful piss break comes out, he's an A-list movie star. Dude, this guy isn't big enough or man enough to wear or sniff The Rock's jockstrap.
Exactly.
The Rock, this guy, I consider him to be the greatest of all time on the mic, and he's my favorite heel. I love it when he's the heel.
Oh, yeah.
Because he cracks me up when he's the heel. You know, like bashing the crowd and talk about their sports teams and, you know, him on the guitar and he's just coming up. And probably my favorite promo is leading up to WrestleMania 28 against Cena. I mean, Fruity Pebbles and all that stuff. So yeah, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. I mean, that guy is, you could say he's like sort of like the current Hulk Hogan because he's larger than life. He has so much personality, charismatic, and he's now a huge A-list movie star. So my number 2 is The Rock.
All right, my number 1 should not be a surprise to you guys because you guys know how big of a fan I am of this guy. This guy is the best, greatest of all time, according to me and the WWE. Because my number 1 is the showstopper, the headliner, the main event, the icon, Mr. WrestleMania, Mr. Hall of Fame, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Oh, man. Where do I even begin?
I will say this one line, because I remember when The Undertaker, this was leading up to their Hell in a Cell match, and The Undertaker said one of the funniest things, and he goes to Triple H, he's like, remember when I said that Shawn Michaels was, did I ever mention that, did I ever say that Shawn Michaels was better than you?
He is.
Yeah, he goes, yeah, he is.
He is.
He leaves. I was like, that's great.
Oh, damn! Yes, that's real.
Because it's real, because it's true.
It is true. I mean, nobody puts on 5-star matches like this guy. Like you said before, His WrestleMania, every single year, he tears the freaking house down. Oh, I don't know about 11. Diesel. Ugh.
Well, it was the best match, even though it wasn't the greatest match. It was the
Yeah.
best match on the card.
Yeah, that was the best match on the card.
Even though it wasn't the main event.
Yeah, should have been. Should have been. But yeah, his in work is some of the best I've ever seen. But my favorite match, like I said before, him and Bret at WrestleMania 12. But a close second was him and Triple H at SummerSlam 2002. Oh man, when he came back.
That's the best last man standing match ever.
No, that was actually a non-sanctioned fight.
Oh wait, this was at SummerSlam. Oh, when he comes back.
Yeah, when he first came back.
The Royal Rumble.
Ooh, that one was pretty good too.
That's my favorite last man standing match.
That one was pretty good too. But yeah, he can have a great match with anybody. He is. You pretty much ask any wrestler, who's your favorite? Guarantee you, 9 out of 10 say Shawn Michaels.
Oh yeah, he was a huge inspiration.
So he's an inspiration to me. He's an inspiration to a lot of guys. He made wrestling cool again. I will say that, especially when he came back, he made wrestling cool again because I'm not gonna lie, I stopped watching for a little while. But when I heard he came back, I was like, oh shit, I gotta watch it again because he's on again.
You know what? This is a true story because back when he was this is before the back incident, that long period, and he didn't want to give. This is at WrestleMania 14, and Austin did. He didn't want to give Austin. He didn't want to job to Austin. So what the Undertaker had to threaten him.
Yeah, he did.
And he started putting on his his
Tape.
bands. He was ready to beat the shit out of him.
If he didn't do the job.
Yeah, but he ended up doing the job with the fastest 3 count I've ever seen.
That was ridiculous.